Let's talk about how humor can sometimes jeopardize their relationship and make their connection that could have happened in the relationship actually become disconnection, right? So people think they are helping their partners when they are adding humor to lighten the mood, right? So I just finished a session with a couple where for many years, we just realized that for many years, a male partner has been wanting to help his partner when she was in distress, major or minor distress, by bringing some humor and lightness and positivity into the moment and saying things like, it's not a big deal, it's okay, right? So one partner is complaining or sharing some sadness, disappointment, distress about a particular thing. Let's say, I wish we were able to do this on the trip and it didn't happen. And I'm very disappointed. And naturally, as someone who loves their partner, we want to say, it's okay, honey, right? It's not a big deal. Next time we can do that. But what happens when we do that is our partner tends to feel dismissed, unheard, like they don't matter because we are not willing to drop down and drop into the emotion. And instead, we are avoiding by using humor or by saying it's not a big deal and things like that. So it's the intent is always beautiful and lovely, where we want to fix our partner's distress. We don't like to experience our partner in distress. We can't tolerate it, especially if we love our partner very much. But the impact is very different. That intent, a beautiful intent and a very poor impact, where a person feels unimportant, minimized, dismissed, like I don't matter, like I'm not allowed to be going to this darker, harder, more stressful, overwhelmed places because the partner is not going there with them. And humor is actually a very high functioning defense mechanism, and it's a brilliant way for our body to realize, like, hey, I can avoid going into vulnerability by being funny or by adding something funny. But it just doesn't really work well for the relationships. And it's a shield when it comes to romantic relationships, because it can block a lot of beautiful, rich connection and experiences for the couple. Oftentimes, people who joke are the people who had some trauma growing up, and everything is trauma. It doesn't have to be anything major, but it means that if I use humor, for example, I've been through some situations growing up where I was not able to be with my emotions, right? Maybe I was criticized or judged, or there even our parents do as good of a job as they can, but the culture is a very big paradigm that tells us, men are not supposed to cry, and men are supposed to be this way, and women are supposed to be this way. And even if no one talks directly about it, it's something we inhale as children. And so then we are not able to go to vulnerable places because we want to be loved and cared for. And when you brush it off with humor, you send a message to your partner that says something like, your perspective matters more than your partner's perspective, or you're not allowed to be feeling sad right now, which is not what you're trying. Again, your intent is so different, but the impact is that the message being sent, like, you shouldn't be feeling this way, feel it differently. What you can do instead, you can next time you feel the urge to add humor, you can say something like, I can tell this really matters to you. Help me understand. what's happening for you. Or you can say something like, there's a part of me that wants to add humor now and bring this positive spin, but I don't know, I know that doesn't work for us. So I'm trying to do something different. Can you help me understand what I can do? You can ask questions about the situation to like just kind of tap into their curiosity. You can just, offer an embrace or hug or hold hands. You can sit in silence. It doesn't have to be forever as well. It can be 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Oftentimes can make a huge, huge difference. And again, finally, I want to say that humor can be healing for sure, but it can be healing only after both people feel heard. It can be only healing when there is enough emotional safety in a relationship. And we say in EFT a lot of times, I tell this to my couples, what's shareable is bearable. So when you're able to hold space for my emotion and not judge me and not want to fix it or avoid it or tell me something about it that I don't want to hear, or it's not, helpful for me, you're sending a message that I'm here, I love you, I accept you, I want to hear everything you have to say. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time.